today we are just going to see arts integrated learning. Here, this term arts integrated learning. Of course, in CBSE, arts integrated learning is a must. And we have to give a feedback of whatever has been dealt in arts integrated learning. What do you understand from the word arts integrated learning, or what is the thing that comes to your mind immediately when you hear this word? What is arts integrated learning, or what do you know about arts integrated learning? What is the exact idea? What is that it comes to your mind immediately after hearing this word? Creativity. Yes. Okay. Manjula ma'am has said creativity. Kamakshi ma'am has said we currently have a session with, okay, visualization. Yes. Arts integrated means immediately what comes to your mind is visualizing. Develop fine motor skills. Exactly. Correct. Various art forms like dance, music, model, puppets. Exactly. Then, so what I understand is arts doesn't mean only drawing, painting, and doing crafts. Isn't it? All the forms of arts include in the arts integrated learning. Some of you have mentioned about model making, dance and music also. Of course, it is true. Arts integrated is inclusive of all these forms. Making connection with concepts through art. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Revati ma'am has said making connection with concepts through art. Okay. Now, what have you done in arts integrated learning this year? All schools must have done something, right? What is that you have done? And on what topics did you do this arts integrated learning? Or for each and every topic have you done this arts integrated learning? Yes, teachers. Teachers, I want a feedback. Only then I can proceed with my session. What did you do in your schools regarding art integrated learning? If I know, only then I can proceed based on your observations amongst your children. No? Nobody wants to share anything? Kashmir and Tamil Nadu. Yes. I think they have paired some states. Yes. Most of the states have been paired with another state. So Tamil Nadu was paired with Kashmir. Yes. For all subjects, we have done the arts integrated. Okay. For maths, what did you do? So it was paired with Kashmir. So how did you relate Tamil Nadu with Kashmir? Tell me. Shapes. So it's just one word answer like children. So on shapes, what did you all do? We did Kashmir jewelries through shapes. Okay. Then boundaries. Okay.
Geometric patterns, ma'am.
Okay. Geometric patterns of what? Geometric patterns on what? On what? Where did they do this geometric patterns? Money. Okay. One has said money. Kavita ma'am has said money. So now, today's topic is arts integrated learning. Some of you have already shared your views on arts integrated learning and whatever you have done in your school regarding the arts integrated learning. And of course, Tamil Nadu was paired along with Kashmir for arts integrated learning by the CBSE. So you have suggested the topics handling data, then visualizing solid shapes, then somebody said money. All this have been done. So now, what is this arts integrated learning? And what are we going to do with this arts integrated learning? Why is it so important to do this? And what is the benefit? What are all the benefits that we get out of this especially when it is coming to mathematics. Of course, it is included in all the subjects, but what do we do in maths and what are the benefits of doing art integrated learning in mathematics? Visual and tactile experiences. I think the first idea that was given by you teachers was visualization. Am I right? That's what you all said. Yes, arts integrated learning gives a platform for the children to visualize the idea and the concept. Now, and tactile experiences. So what are the experiences that they're going to get? Light, sound, movement, shadow, shape, and color. Many times what we do is we give importance only to the last two. Am I right? Shape and color. We give importance only to this. Whenever we come out with an idea of arts integrated, okay, let it be only a coloring part. Let them do only with the shapes. Is it not, teachers? We give importance only to the last two. But don't you think the first four is also very important for them to have a better visualization? Do you agree or not? Tell me. Do you agree with this? Teachers, I want a feedback. Only then I can proceed my class. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So how is this
Yes,
sound, movement and shadow going to be incorporated in arts integrated learning? Can you just suggest some methods? How can I bring in for the first four also? Take for example, shadow. How am I going to bring this in math concept?
Puppet show can be done, ma'am.
For shadow, I'm talking about shadow. Shadow and not the show. I'm talking about shadow. Okay, in the puppet show, what do you do?
We can make models of objects that includes shapes.
Okay. Then?
So movement can be done in the puppet show.
Okay. From that, what concept are we going to teach?
Shapes, lines, curves. When they make a model of a puppet, use the shapes concepts can be taught to the children.
And how is it related to shadow? Can you just explain that? Will the size of the shadow and will the size of the object that you make both will be the same?
No, ma'am, no.
Then what about the shadows that are casted in the morning, afternoon, evening? Can you differentiate between all the three? When we walk, yes?
The shadows are longer in the morning time and evening time and shorter in the noon time, afternoon.
Okay. So if they start measuring the length of that, will they be able to find a ratio? Will they be able to do a comparison? The length of the shadow and the length of the person, will it be the same or not? Will it be the same or not? Just give me an idea about that. So what concept are we bringing in there? That's what is my question. So when I start comparing the lengths, what concept am I bringing in there?
Measurement, ma'am.
Measurement, ma'am.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. Measurement. I'm bringing in measurement. Okay. Now, what about the movement? Movement can be anything. Walking, running, jumping, hopping, anything. Correct? So when I'm doing such movements, I'm going to correlate those movements in mathematical concepts. So say, suppose if I jump with a skipping rope, say 50 jumps, maybe in 2 minutes. How many jumps will I make if I jump in the same speed for 10 minutes? So what concept am I bringing in there?
Time concept.
Time and
distance, speed.
Multiplication.
Multiplication, exactly.
Multiplication.
Multiplication, speed, all these are incorporated in that concept. This is just an example. Sound. Sound. How to relate sound and mathematical concepts? If I give a handbell very close to the person, how louder will it be heard? And if the same bell is heard from a very long distance, will it be the same? That is my question. Will the sound be the same?
No, ma'am.
Of the sound be the same?
No, ma'am.
Definitely no. Yes. So that concept we are going to bring in. Next, light. Light. See, the first two will more or less look like science concepts. Am I right? But then again, all the subjects are integrated in math. That's why it is arts integrated learning. The first one, light. I'm going from the bottommost. Now I have reached the first one, light. How to correlate light with mathematics?
Time concept, ma'am, AM, PM.
Okay, you mean to say that daylight and darkness, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. That also is fine. Any other at the end of the session also you can think of something and tell me. Okay, I'm leaving it to the choice of you teachers. At the end of the session also, if you think some relevant activities which can be included based on these subtopics, you can very well keep me posted or you can put it in the chat also. Yes. Now let's go to the next one. So why is art very, very important? It helps us learn more about the people, the cultures, and that of those who lived hundreds and thousands of years before us. It has developed, it has influenced, and contributed starting from the cave paintings of the Great Stone Age to the present day. It gives us an insight into the changes and evolution that man and culture have gone through to become what is today. It is just an overall outline of why is art very important. As you all suggested, it develops the child to know about the culture of that particular society and the place where she lives in. And what are all the evolutions that has taken place right from the Stone Age till today. Now, bringing in all these art forms into mathematics is the challenge. Now, why art in schools? Why is art integrated learning very important in schools? Why not? Already there is an art period. Now, why should I include this AIL in mathematics also? When the children ask this question, already there is an art period, ma'am. Why again this? Have they asked you? Have they asked you all? No?
No, ma'am.
No. So can one of you read this? Why art in schools? Can one of you read? Can one of you read? I'm asking.
Why art in schools? Nurturing artistic sensitivities and creative responses needs to be the universal thirst of elementary education. Using art to connect to the immediate environment brings out diverse perspectives, enriching the learning processes by enabling students to observe, explore, think, and learn without constraints. It is in this process that children engage with emotions and creativity on a cognitive level to integrate and simplify complex learning experiences.
Okay, look at the first one. It is nurturing artistic sensitiveness and creative responses. So each child is artistic in nature. Yeah. Do you agree with this? Yes. Each child is artistic in nature. And when their sensitivity is touched upon, we are giving a room for their creativity. Do you think that all children will do the same kind of art forms if given a chance? Not at all, isn't it? Each one have their individual creativity. Now, this creativity is very, very important in the elementary education. That is in the primary classes. Using art to connect to the immediate environment brings out diverse perspectives. What are the perspectives? What are the diverse perspectives? How are they going to connect to the immediate environment? What are their immediate environment apart from school? What are
Family,
yes?
family,
I can't get you.
family.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Gardening. Then yes,
Family,
louder, please.
family,
Gardening, you said. Then what are the immediate environments apart from school? Their house, their neighborhood, the play area, the malls that they see, the streets that they walk in, isn't it? Their neighborhood, the places that they visit during their holidays and places of worship. Yes, all these are immediate environment, isn't it? So when they go to such places, what do they gain? What are they doing? They start observing. They have to observe things. And when they observe things, they have to start exploring. When they start exploring, definitely their creativity will also improve. Why? Because they'll start thinking. Because they learn without constraints. What do you mean by constraints? They don't have any target. This has to be learned today. No, nothing of that sort. There's no constraint for them. Naturally, they start learning things when they look at their immediate environment and when they start observing and exploring things. It is in this process that children engage with emotions. How is this emotion connected? Can you tell me? Why is this room for emotion? Can you just speak, teachers?
by sharing,
Yes, when they are going to their friend's house or when they are visiting their relatives or when they are visiting their neighborhood or when they go to the play area or when they share their plays with somebody else in the park, all these things, when they start doing, they are touched with their emotions. Yes, they have to adjust. They have to speak out. They have to interact. Yes, they feel very happy. And if at all, if anybody is having a problem, they have to share their joys and sorrows. They are trying to bring out all these complex learning process when these children are out in their environment. Yes. So now, why art in schools? All these are given room when art is included in the schools. So it's not only the art class, the children have to explore all these things. In all the subjects, we are going to give room for all these processes. Next. Now, art in education. So what are the benefits that we are going to get when arts in education is done as a pedagogy? So benefits of arts as a pedagogy. Remarkable difference in school environment, increased level of student involvement in the learning process, significant improvement in students' attendance, improved academic achievements, and more confidence and openness to handle new situations than their peers. Now, to tell me an honest answer, when you take the regular class or when you give a test, how are the children And how are the children when you are asking them to do an activity based on arts integrated learning? Which one do they feel very comfortable, and in what way are they able to do this comfortably? Tell me. Which one do they definitely enjoy?
They enjoy that art integrated only, ma'am.
Why?
Instead
Why?
of giving the test.
Why?
Because they are going to do on their own instead of writing the things on the paper and doing the calculations and all. They are going to do it and they are going to find the answer.
Okay, fine. Then is it only because they are not going to, especially they are not going to be tested, isn't it?
Yes.
No
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
assessment
Yes.
Coloring,
there at
ma'am.
all.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
children love colors. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And you are giving scope for their creativity.
Creative. Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it? And you are not going to tell, oh, this is wrong, this is right. But whereas when it comes to the regular teaching, and when we are doing the regular concepts and we are going to ask them to do work out a sum, we always point out, okay, see, you have gone wrong. This is right. You have to correct this. But here, nothing of that sort. Each and every part of their work is going to be appreciated. Is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happens? There is a remarkable difference in the school environment. Means what is a remarkable difference? They feel very happy. And
Yes, ma'am.
increased level of students involvement. Why is it increased level of students? Because everyone wants to participate in that kind of activities. Yes. And
yes,
what is that they have observed overall? Listen to the statistics. The students' attendance have improved significantly when teaching is done, including this arts integrated learning. And this has also paved way for their improvement in the academics also. See, when we take this along with the regular teaching, then definitely the concepts are going to be strengthened. The concepts are going to be strengthened. And what happens is when they are able to do on their own, they gain confidence and openness to handle new situations, because you are giving them the choice. So they are the deciders now. So they take up different situations and they try to handle that on their own. Next. So now comes the proper definition of arts integrated learning. Can anyone read? Can
Yes,
anyone?
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, an approach to teaching in which students construct and demonstrate understanding through an art form. You want me to read point wise or the whole thing, ma'am?
Yes. Point wise.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. That's continue.
Yeah. It helps students imbibe the Indian ethos through integration of Indian arts and culture, the teaching and learning process at every level. Engage in a creative process which connects an art form and another subject area and meets evolving objectives in both.
Exactly. I just attached one small page what the child has done. If you look at that front page, what is your idea about it? What is your idea about the page that I have included here? This pic. I have taken this pic from the child's work only, not anywhere else.
Ma'am, it shows the students' interest, ma'am.
Exactly, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
See, the first page itself shows how much the child was interested in doing that activity. And she was so very confident and so creative to make the front page look so beautiful. Is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this kind of arts integrated learning, when it is integrated along with the other subject, that is the last point, which is very important. We are not going to do the arts only as a, there are art teachers to do that. No, aim. What we are going to do is we are going to integrate that art along with another subject, and which meets evolving objectives of the board. That is my very first aim. my objective is to make them understand the concept through that art form. That's all. Okay. Now, next one, framework experiential learning, which provides an equitable learning for all learners through their own access point. Students engage in art activities and construct personal meaning through their learning in art integrated environment. If you ask children, if you look at the second point, if you ask them to explain what they have done, they will have their own idea. Yes, they will have their personal meaning through the work that they have done. So each one's meaning will be different. And AIL is a teaching learning model which is based on learning through the arts and with the arts, through arts and with the arts. It is a process where art becomes the medium of teaching learning, a key to understanding concepts within any subject of the curriculum. So the medium of instruction is English, but now the medium of teaching and learning is going to become the art. So again, I am stressing on the need for art integrated learning. Children need to experience processes rather than strive only for a prefixed goal. Of course, we keep reminding them about this. So it's not only for the sake of assessment, but rather to gain experience. This is very important. Next, experiential learning of academic content leading to holistic learning, which I discussed it elaborately yesterday. Now, the next one, to understand interdisciplinary connections, to have expression with freedom and opportunity for self-reflection, development of different domains, possibility for children with different social backgrounds to interact on one common platform. You look at the last line. You look at the last point at the last line. Possibility for children with different social backgrounds to interact on one common platform. When they are coming to school, are we differentiating them on their social economic status? Not at all, isn't it? Child will get this equal amount of opportunity. There's no differentiation there at all. And all of them will work on the same platform. There's no difference at all. If I have to give that, if they have to give that project or that activity, it is thrown open to the whole class, and each child is going to be assessed in the way she has done. See here, what I'm trying to mean is, it needn't be done with complex items or costlier items, not at all. The things that are easily available are made use of to do these art integrated learning, and to experience that it is not at all a matter of expensiveness. Next, now what are the guidelines that we are going to follow? Can anyone read the guidelines? This is very important. The guidelines are very, very important, which all teachers should be aware of before we do any arts integrated project.
Active participation of every child, experience of working as a team, express emotional expression and stability, appreciation for diversity and cultural confidence, experimentation and building scientific temper, promote aesthetic sensibility, respect for national and cultural heritage.
Okay, look at the first one, active participation of every child. So are we going to pick only few children and do this? Not at all. So each and every child in the class is going to get this opportunity to experience that. Now, second thing, it always needn't be an individual activity or a project. It can also be a teamwork. So when they are working as a team, what are all the qualities that they have to possess to be in the team and to work as a team? What are all the qualities that we are imbibing when they work as a team, when they have to work as a team?
Cooperation, ma'am. Adjusting
Yes.
with the team
Yes,
Sharing,
and,
ma'am.
exactly.
and caring also, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sharing and caring. Yes, exactly.
Caring.
So when they are working as a team, cooperation is very, very important, isn't it? They have to cooperate with each other if they have to bring out their project to be the best. That's very important. So cooperation is very important. Next one, express emotional expression and stability. What is that emotional expression and stability? They have to balance their emotions. Yes, if at all if they are not able to do, they have to get another chance and do that. And this balancing the emotion is very important for them to come up in life, not only in doing such activities. Next, appreciation. Appreciation means they have to start appreciating the diversities and the cultural confidence that they have gained all these years and the Indic culture that we have to follow. Then how to experiment all these, you have to explore. The last one is always give room for patriotism. Whether it is maths or science, not necessary, it should be only in the social that we learn about patriotism. Even in mathematics, we have to give space for them to know about their nation and its cultural heritage. Now, what are the objectives of arts integrated learning at the lower primary stage? So what is the lower primary stage? The lower classes from 1 to 5. Use art to play an effective role in strengthening the curiosity, imagination, and sense of wonder. Have a positive impact on the skills related to intellectual, socio-emotional, motor language, and overall literacy. Experience joy and eagerness to learn. Learn to live in an inclusive environment. Use role play as learning experience. Of course, I think we have already discussed all these things. Shall I move to the next slide?
Yes,
Next,
ma'am.
at the upper primary. So now, lower primary and upper primary, because 1 and 2 is in the lower primary, 3, 4, 5 is in the upper primary stage. Enhance the skill to work in groups and explore ideas together. Explore multiple perspectives of the concept. See, if I give a concept addition, will each child or will each team come up with the same idea? Do you think so? Do you think so? The materials that they use will be different.
Yes, ma'am.
Project that they are going to bring out is going to be different. Yes, the idea behind the project is going to be different. And finally, the outcome of the project is also going to be entirely different. So each one is going to think in a different perspective. Construct knowledge of themes, subjects, and concepts and be aware of the interdisciplinary connections. Develop a pluralistic approach and appreciate different possibilities. Teachers, we should have a lot of patience to go through all these projects and activities. And we have to definitely find how many of them have approached the same concept differently. And an appreciation has to reach the child in front of the class. Please remember, not like reading out a notebook or just correcting a paper. It shouldn't be done in that way. You have to definitely go through the projects carefully, and wherever appreciation has to be done, it has to take place. Promote teamwork and mutual appreciation. Mutual appreciation is children should appreciate themselves, not always find fault with others. They have to start appreciating themselves. Enhance communication skills language skills, and problem solving skills, which we discussed it yesterday. So this arts integrated learning is going to help them in building all these skills. Next one is build sensitivity towards environmental and societal concerns. Create art and apply their artistic skills in day-to-day activities. Learn inclusive practices of respect, care, empathy, and compassion. Now, what are the formats for writing AIL activity? Just look at it, teachers. So the format is going to be shared with you. Look at the format. First one is the class, then the subjects, then art forms. It can be only one form or it can be two forms or more than that also. That is going to be used. Time required to complete this activity. Planning of art experiences or the activities stepwise. Then follow-up exercises. Linking of arts experiences with the concepts or themes, then assessment rubrics. Now, look at all these things. Based on this, I'm just going to ask you all to do one. You can choose any class from class 1 to class 5. Yes, and the theme can also be your own theme. And you are going to decide the art forms that you are going to use. You have to specify the time required to do that and the stepwise planning and your stepwise planning for the activity, follow-up exercises, and how is it linked with the concepts or the other themes, and finally, how am I going to assess and what are the assessment rubrics? Rubrics means on what basis am I going to assess that? Can you suggest some ideas, teachers? Quickly, I'll give you 5 minutes time. Just look at this, or if you are able to say it immediately also, well and good.
For class, for addition, we will have one picture, and based on that answer, we will color. For odd number, we have to color like in green color, and for even number, we color in a red color, like that.
Okay. Only one art form, which is coloring, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how am I going to assess that art?
Based on the color, odd number, they will color like green.
Okay.
And the
So
new
based on only the coloring or identifying the odd and even numbers?
with the odd and even number.
And that's very important. Not see.
Addition, equality, odd and even number.
Okay, fine. Then, good, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with an immediate activity.
Fractions, we will be able to use art integrated learning now. By making
Fractions,
some,
what are we going to do?
for example, we have to do for a circle from the half, we have to make the beak or something.
What concept in fraction?
The whole number is 1, whole circle is, and half 1/2. So we have to split that circle into 2 halves. So from the use of this half portion, we will make the body part of a bird. And by using the circle part, we make the head portion of the bird. And while we cutting the 1/4 portion, we will make the nose. Like that, we will plan one.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. That's also a good idea.
Ma'am,
Yes,
the same fractions we can do with the letters also, ma'am. Like we'll give them, simplify it, and for example, respect your elders. So whatever letter is associated with the answer that they give, they have to fill in the box. Finally, they will get the words. So like respect your elders, say namaste, like that we can do for fractions, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Next. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am, we can use the movement form for doing the skip counting, ma'am, just by jumping. So they'll tell the numbers. Skip counting by 2 means after jumping 2, then they will say 2, then they will skip 3 and they will say 4. So we can do the skip counting like this with the art form movement.
Okay, fine, fine, good. Okay,
Ask the student to make a scenery using with different shapes, cutting some triangles, squares,
okay.
using from
So
origami.
what am I integrating there? Shapes and
Nature's, ma'am. In other, for example, if you take Jammu and Kashmir, they can connect it with that places.
okay. Okay. Is anyone
We can
is anyone aware of the state which we are going to pair this academic year?
West Bengal.
Yes, ma'am. It's West Bengal. So for so many years we have been pairing only with Jammu and Kashmir. Now there is a change. Now it is West Bengal. Okay. So now for West Bengal, immediately what would you relate? If I ask in the same question in the EVS class, children, what do you know about West Bengal? I know Rasgulla, ma'am. Yes. So children are children when they are in the primary classes. Of course, this Rasgulla is very much famous in West Bengal, and they learn about this in EVS also. When they are learning about the other states, they learn about this. So now, what is the shape of Rasgulla, children? Sphere, right? But of course, nowadays it comes in different shapes also. But common shape is sphere. So now, when it comes to West Bengal, you don't give any hint, or you don't give any topic, or you don't give the content to the children. Let them do on their own. Yes, it can be of any item and any model on any subject. It needn't be, the subject needn't be only on the topics that we have dealt. It can be a topic which we have not touched upon also. It can be, nothing wrong. So don't worry. Give them the space for thinking. You don't give any hint. Children take Rasgulla, it is sphere in shape. So do on that. Paste some Rasgullas, sphere shaped, and you just make a note of it and write something about West Bengal, and your arts integrated learning is over. No, not at all. You don't tell anything. Let them come out with their own ideas. But one thing is, we have to have the patience to listen to all these things. We need to listen. Yes. So this kind of activities is definitely a time testing factor for teachers also. No doubt about it. But at the same time, if we don't encourage all these activities, it's definitely going to be a monotonous maths class where children are not going to have any fun in it, and it is definitely not going to make any difference in their teaching and our learning process also. Yes. So next one is, so what are the materials that we are going to use? I first suggested the format. Yes, in what format it has to be. Now, what are the materials that are suggested to be used for AAL? Old magazines, newspapers, and notebooks. Please look at that. We are never asking the children to buy any costlier color papers or any other materials which would definitely touch their purse. No, not at all. Old magazines, old newspapers, old notebooks, paper cups, ice cream sticks, and used packaging material. See, again, it is used. The old cardboard boxes, old clothes, socks, dupattas, saris, etc. Clay strings, threads, beads, ribbons, etc. Bangles, bindi, beans, etc. This is fish clips. That it is just called fish clips, but I think all of you know what is a fish clip, which they use it for. For what? Can you know? Can you tell me? Have you seen these fish clips? It's only in the shape of the fish, nothing else. It's the clips that are used to put it for the clothes when we hang them on the twine. Then buttons. See, these buttons are also not going to be definitely new buttons. The buttons that has been already taken out from the worn out cloths. Then coconut shells, pistachio shells. It's not the whole pistachio, it's only the shells. Almond shells, pebbles, bark, feathers. They usually get the feathers of some birds. sand, bamboos, broomsticks, then lids, the old lids of the bottles, bottle caps, and old carton boxes. See, when you look at invitation cards, the old invitation cards, balloons, balls, the sponges. Okay, what one common thing did you observe about all these things? What is that one common thing you observed in all these materials?
They all can be reused, ma'am. They all are reused materials.
Exactly, ma'am. That is our main idea. All these items are reusable. Yes, and they are eco-friendly. That is our main idea. Yes, they are eco-friendly, and all these items are going to be reused, and nothing is going to cost them a lot. That is why we have to keep it in mind. Children are coming from different socio-economic strata. We are not going to allow them or encourage them to buy costlier items and make fancy items. For the fancy items, we are not going to award more marks, and for the items that are made out of the things that they already have in their home, lesser marks. No differentiation at all. Please remember that. It's not the appearance of the project or the activity. Yes, finally, we are going to judge the child or the team by the way they have done it and the concept that they have brought in and the way they have presented it. That's all. So don't judge the activities based only on their appearance or about the materials that they have used to make that projects or the activity. That is very, very important. So now I have already spoken about this benefits. So it improves creativity and it engages all the children in collaboration and group learning. It increases accountability and responsibility, and it makes them to take decisions on their own, and it boosts the self-confidence. Even the low achievers, when they are not able to perform very well in the test, when they are able to do this activity so well, some of them are very good in doing such activities. When they do such things, and when they get the appreciation of the teacher, their confidence level definitely goes higher. Now look at this art integrated activity. How nice would you all enjoy? Use the plain shapes and create your own design in the t-shirt and color it. Do you think at what age would this activity be appropriate? Teachers, suggest.
Second to third standard.
Second to third standard. Second standard.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Because they learn plain shapes in both standard. Of course, in first standard, they learn only the plain shapes. If they are very good, they can also do that. Nothing wrong in it. But in second standard, they would be able to put these shapes in different places of the t-shirt, and they can also make their own design. Exactly. Okay, do you think this would not be appropriate for class 3, or would it be appropriate also? Yes, teachers?
They can form sequences, ma'am. Third standard.
They can form patterns.
Patterns, yes, ma'am.
Exactly, exactly, ma'am. So the same question can be reworded. Use the plain shapes and create your own pattern in the t-shirt for class 3. Of course, the same question can be given for class 4 also. Creating a pattern is not that easy. They should know which patterns can tessellate. That is very important. Tessellation is very important. There should be a proper sequential order when they are repeating the shapes. Yes, that is where they will get a pattern. That is very important. They can't simply keep repeating the same shape. Then there is no fun in it. Yes. So when it comes to tessellations, you can also talk about tessellations in class 4. Fine. Any other idea can you do in this same? Remove the plane shapes. What else can you bring in? This is just an example. This is just an example. Anybody? Any other idea? No? Anybody wants to try some pattern on this? You can very well do that and show me. Anybody wants to try any pattern on this t-shirt? If you're good at drawing, you can definitely do that. You can also use some plane shapes and create a pattern or your design in this t-shirt. Anybody willing to do? Teachers?
They can make different shapes like these. The kids are mostly in playing, right? They play Beyblade, so they can make the shapes of Beyblade or some cartoons, whatever they like, because they are very interested in doing all these things.
Fine, fine, fine. Anybody wants to try this? Can anybody try some patterns in it or some designs? Not even patterns, some designs. Anybody? Maybe I'll give some more time for you all. You can try. Okay, I'll move on to the next. These are all some of the examples that I'm showing you. Sana has a collection of stamps. Her brother gave her one more stamp. Now she has 400 stamps. How many stamps did she have at the beginning? Now what is the concept here? What is the concept here? Teachers?
Successor, ma'am, successor.
Her brother gave her one more stamp. Now she has 400 stamps. Yes. What is that?
Successor and predecessor.
Yes, ma'am. Successor and predecessor. The same can be treated as, instead of successor and predecessor, it can also be
Combined.
Isn't it? How many stamps did she have in the beginning? Now I have 400. But how did it become 400? Because my teacher gave me. So how many did I have before? Confirm that and find out. Of course, successor and predecessor, right? Very, very
Combined addition as well as subtraction they do.
exactly. So now I did not stop there. How am I going to integrate this question or this concept? Design your own stamp. So when I'm designing my own stamp, I should also know something about the stamp collection. So collect Indian stamps with leaders. So what is the collection of stamps? It is called philately. It is called philately, and the person who collects it is called a philatelist. So I'm giving an extra information. I'm giving an extra information. I'm also giving them an information about collection of stamps. Okay, tell me for which class would this be appropriate?
Fourth standard, ma'am.
4 and 5.
Third month.
Third, yes, of course, successor and predecessor, they can definitely do. Now look at the next one. It's very interesting. Earlier in the first slide, we saw music is also an art form. Okay. Some children are very interested in music. Now, look at that Chande Varse. Chande Varse involves double of a single swaram. So I have given the example. Now, why is this included? What am I going to do by including this music note here? What is the importance of bringing this music note here? When I am going to do this, I can also learn my multiplication tables in the same art form. Yes, when I'm able to sing that, why not I sing my multiplication tables? Because when I learn anything through my singing. If I am able to acquire that very easily, I can also acquire multiplication tables very easily. I will be able to memorize that also very easily. Yes. Now sing along. Try singing the multiplication tables of 2, 5, and 10. Also find the pattern. What is the pattern that I'm asking you to find? The tables of 2, 5, and 10. The tables of 2, 5, and 10. So you try this with in your class, or you get the help of the music teacher to sing this swaram, and then also ask her to teach them the multiplication tables in the same form. Definitely the whole class is going to enjoy. Yes. Will you all try these, teachers? I think nobody would have tried this so far. Yes, we wouldn't talk about it also. It could be done in this way also. All the children love music. Yes, all of them, they love music. Now tell me, how do they learn all these cinema songs so easily and so quickly? Have you ever thought about it? They learn the lyrics so fast. And we as adults are not able to understand the lyrics also. Do you agree? Yes? Irrespective of gender, they are able to grasp that very easily because it is in the form which they like it. It is in the music form. So yes, so if this is also done in that form, definitely they would love to learn the tables. So next time when you approach the class, try this, you will feel the difference. Yes. Next. This is one of the work done by a student. I thought I will share it with you. Look at that. But that girl was excellent doing this artwork. You would not believe that she's a first standard child. So what are the shapes that are involved here? Rectangle, triangle, circle, oval. Yes, this is also an oval. And most of it is triangles. Can you see this? She's not used square anywhere. Can you find any square here? She has written 4. Okay, here 3 squares are there. Yes, exactly. 3 squares on the top of the peacock's head. Yes, 3 squares. Okay, next one. This is one simple activity. What is it actually?
Christmas tree, ma'am. Christmas tree.
It's a Christmas tree. This is how the child will do it. Don't expect the child to do it very accurately. Not at all. They will not be able to do, and not all children will be able to do it so perfectly. Very few. Hardly 1 or 2 will be able to do. So this is also a child's work. She's done a Christmas tree using the shapes that she has learned. If you look at this oval, it is not exactly oval. Can you see that? It's okay. It's okay if the child is not able to cut it exactly. It's okay. Next. This one, multiplication tables. So sticks and the strips, that's what we are teaching the children. A stick represents 1 and the strips represents tens. So 5 sticks, these are the sticks, 5 sticks horizontally and 3 strips vertically. Okay, so simple one is 3 into 5. It could have been done with the same stick also, not necessary that it should be a stick and a strip. Remember, the same question can be dealt in a different way also. I can take the same stick and place it vertically also. Please remember that. So when I do that, it becomes one digit by 1 digit. And all that I should know is, see here, she has also given the key. This is 3 representing the number 3 and this is representing the number 5. So how is the answer 15? The point where the brown stick and the blue stick meet each other. She has placed it with a golden color button or with a sticker. So at 15 points, they meet each other. So 3 5s are 15. Simple multiplication project. Very simple. Okay, next one is a gift box. This decorative part is not going to gain any extra mark at all. What is that the test? We have to look at it. The gift box, what she has prepared is in which solid shape? It is in the form of cuboid. They are going to just come and explain the shape of the gift box and the properties of the cuboidal shape. This is just a decorative piece on the gift box. Please try to understand. Next one. Okay. What is this drawing?
Warli paint.
Earlier.
Warli. So now here it is very simple. She has used the shapes and the line segments and the lines. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you look at this dress, it is very simple. It is plain. You can also make some patterns inside that, and you can introduce two concepts. So pattern is also coming at the same time, shapes and also the line and the line segments. Everything is involved in this. Can you see that? You can make it even more better by introducing the patterns inside the. Yes. Next one, as you all suggested, the fraction. So look at this. This is a whole. This is a whole. This is the half. This is 1/4, and this is 1/8. Okay. Now what happens is they are just going to represent here 1/8 and 1/8 here. And what happened to this 1/8? Where did it come? Can you tell me? Where did it come from? This 1/4 is again divided. See here, this 1/4 is again divided, and one piece has come here, and the remaining piece has come. This piece which is here has come here. Can you see this? This piece which has to be covered here has come here. Next, another one. Again, fractions. Making a big circle, making it into small pieces. Here, what did they do is they have taken a brown circle, a gray circle, and yellow and orange circle. From that, they have cut the parts. Actually, the full screen is not visible. They have taken out the circle, cut it into 8 equal parts, and they have made a peacock. Now, next one, can you tell me what concept has come here is, or is it simply a scenery? What concept has come here?
Line concept, ma'am.
Exactly, ma'am. Straight lines, curved lines, and slanting lines.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, they learn all the 3 lines, correct? Straight lines, yes, slanting lines, that is vertical lines, horizontal lines, and slanting lines. Yes, and also curved lines. Next one. What is the concept introduced here? What is it?
Patterns, ma'am.
Patterns.
Tessellations.
Patterns. Yes, ma'am. Tessellations. Yes, when it is a repeated pattern, it's called tessellation. And now look at that. I have circled that. So this pattern continues. Of course, these all can be done only by bigger children. All this can be done only by bigger children. Do you all agree with this? Yes. So I have come to the last slide. Read this.
Every child is an artist. The
problem is
staying an artist when you grow up.
So when they are small, when they are very young, they are artistic. But do they stay artistically even when they grow up? No, isn't it? Yes, very few are artistic even when they grow up. What is missing in them when they grow up? This artisticness vanishes. Yes, and lot of seriousness enters. Yes, teachers. So I'm stop sharing. Now let's come to the next session, next part of it. Now, I think I have to talk to you about a little bit about abacus. How many of your schools have got the abacus? Or what do you know about the abacus? Abacus. Teachers?
Yes, ma'am. We can use abacus to teach the students the numbers, ma'am.
Fine. To teach the students about only the numbers?
No, ma'am. Addition and subtraction also we can teach them, ma'am.
Okay, for counting. Somebody has mentioned counting. Yes, ma'am. Then counting, addition, subtraction, then
Using visualization method,
okay. So I'm
we
just
can.
sharing a few
Place values
tricks.
also, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
Place values.
Place values and places. Very important. So now I'll just show you two kinds of abacus. One is the 4-stringed abacus, which has ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands place. And then the other one is the 7-stringed abacus, starting from ones place to 10 lakhs place. And the same 7-string abacus also has Indian system and international system of places. Can you see that? All of you, can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how am I going to represent 1-digit numbers? So this is the abacus. These are the 4 strings. This rightmost string always represents the ones place. Rightmost string always represents the ones place. Sorry. Okay. So supposing if I'm going to represent a number 3. What should I do? I should start dropping the beats one by one. Sorry. Look at this. So I'm just going to represent a 2-digit number, 36. So what I'm going to do is, when this number is going to be represented, first I have to start from the ones. So here I have 6 beats. I have 6 beats here. I think when I'm starting. So now what happens is I'm going to drop the beats one by one, starting from the ones place, and then move on to the tens place. So I'll be able to represent the number. Okay. Two, three, 4, 5, and 6. So this is how they are going to drop one by one, starting from the ones place, then a 2-digit number. So it should be dropped in the tens place. So this is how they are going to represent the 2-digit number. Now coming to 3-digit number. So start again from the ones place. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, though I start from the hundreds place or from the ones place, the representation is going to be the same. But every time I'm very careful that I have to start only in the ones place. So every class you have to keep insisting this to the children. Why? Because when they are doing addition and subtraction, or when they are writing when they are comparing, when they are writing the expanded form, short form, or the standard form, the ones place is very, very important. Now, 7-digit number. See, as I told you, I have both the places, Indian places and the international places, one below the other. So in the ones place, 3, the tens place, 6. I don't have anything in the hundreds place, so 0, thousands place 1, 10,000s place 4, lakhs place 3, 10 lakhs place 2. Now, after dropping all these things, I'm just going to ask the child to read it in the Indian system. Can you read, teachers? Any one of you? Teachers, can you read? Any one of you?
$23 lakh 41,063.
Okay. Now, the same number is represented in the international system also. Can you read it in the international system?
2,341,063.
Exactly. So, with the same representation on the abacus, the child is able to read it in both the ways. Can you see this? So, this kind of activities are given in the Anubhav Ganitam, which will soon reach all your schools. Now, I have given few addition and subtraction sums. These are going to be done using the abacus. Now, when I say 6 plus 2, tell me how will you teach this using an abacus? Come on, quickly. 6 in the ones place. Again, drop 2 beats in the ones place.
Ones place.
Beats. Again, count all the beats. Then it is 6 to 8. Same way when it comes to subtraction, they have to first drop 9 beats and after they have to take away 4 beats and the remaining one is the answer. Same way, now look at this 13. Is it easy for them? 10s and 3. Now how to remove 5 ones? I don't have 5 ones. I have only 3. So what do? I take away the 10s. Yes, and bring in 10 ones. So it is 13. Now I have 13 beats. So from that I'm going to remove 5. Is it clear, teachers? How we are going to teach addition and subtraction in the lower levels using abacus. See, most of the problems that we have given in the lower classes are using the abacus. We are going to solve the 4 operations, especially addition and subtraction. Initially, it is counting numbers and representing numbers, but at the later cases, in first standard level, addition and subtraction, addition without carryover, and subtraction without borrowing is also done using abacus. So, more importance is given on using the abacus. So, it's better that we are equipped in using the abacus properly when we take that to the class. Before taking it to the class, you try yourself so many times and see whether you are able to do without any difficulty. Nothing wrong in sitting and trying and then taking it forward to the children. Because in front of the children, you should not be in a position to go wrong. Because children won't like it. And we also don't like that. So it's always better to keep ourselves equipped before we reach the children. Yes, teachers. So today's session, I think I'll wind up with this. And tomorrow's session is completely on Vedic mathematics. I wanted all of you to switch on the videos tomorrow and be ready with the pen and the paper. So it's only going to be a working class. So you're going to come up with beautiful answers and it's definitely going to be like a game for all of you. Yes. So I'm just going to teach you all small, minute tricks how to solve the sums quickly and get get in touch with all the 4 operations easily.